Hi guys, I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. It's Natassia, and today's video, I wanted to focus on my self-love journey and something that I really struggled with along the way, which was learning to stop comparing myself to everybody else, which is easier said than done. But when I was at my most insecure, I just constantly compared myself to other women, even other people in general, whether it came to my body, my looks, my skills, where I was at in my career, name it, pick whatever you want. And I probably compared myself to others in regards to it. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today and just make you feel a little bit less alone if that's something that you're struggling with right now. So I wanted to start this off by giving you guys an example of how silly it is to compare yourself to others. Say you get a beautiful bouquet of flowers and it's a whole bunch of different flowers in various colors.
Sunflowers, roses.
Think of all of your favorite flowers and just picture it in a bouquet. And somebody gives that to you and you think, oh wow, this is beautiful. Look at all of these flowers. You're not gonna look at the flowers and think, well, that one is the prettiest flower. I wish all of the other flowers looked like that one. And kind of picking apart, in a sense, the flowers that you received. No, you would admire its beauty and you'd put it in a vase. And you wouldn't be there like saying which flower is better than the other. One isn't as beautiful as the other. And so why do we do that with ourselves? Because like flowers, each of us are totally different people. We're all unique. We come in different shapes, sizes, colors. So why do we feel the need to compare ourselves to somebody who's nothing like us? And that comes across in skills as well. Why are we going to compare our skills to somebody who's probably lived a completely different life than us? And we don't even know what part of their journey they're on. But we still look at everything from the surface level and we judge ourselves based off of that. And that's the problem sometimes with how widely spread social media is nowadays, is while it has its benefits and it helps us connect with others.
And for me personally, find out about really cool clothing brands that I had never heard of.
But that's besides the case. But the problem with social media is that we see everybody's highlight reel. We see only the good, the beautiful, perfectly poised pictures with perfect makeup and the perfect outfit and luxurious trips. And we see that and then we just automatically think this is how that person's life is. And my life isn't like that. My life is boring. My life is lame. Why don't I have that kind of money? Why don't I have her body? Why don't I have her looks? And we forget that what we see is not always the reality. For all you know, somebody who's posting all of these beautiful pictures on Instagram maybe is suffering with depression. Maybe they have body dysmorphia. Maybe they also feel like they need to conform to fit some sort of societal beauty standard. And we don't see that. We just see, a little square picture on our screen, and then we just build this story within our head of this ideal life that this person must be living and how much ours sucks compared to theirs. Do you get how crazy that is? But it's become so normal because we only see people at the surface level, even people we meet at the street or maybe that we know at work or at school. We may see them in that environment and be like, wow, they're thriving. They're doing so great. I wish I was as smart as them. I wish I got a promotion like they did. But you don't know what it took for them to get there. You don't know what else they may be struggling with. And for all you know, they might be looking at you and thinking the same thing, going, wow, I wish I was as skilled at this as he or she is. And in the end, like I say in my videos, like I really want people to feel a little bit less alone with their struggles, because it's true, we all go through very similar ups and downs. Like, it's normal to compare yourself to other humans. It truly is, but we can't let that detract from our value as a person. And we all bring something to the table, whether you want to believe it or not. There is something that is unique to you, that is a special skill that you have that maybe others don't have. And that's an amazing thing. We don't all have to be skilled in the exact same thing. Like, that would be kind of creepy if we all were just like good at everything, or everybody was good at like the same set of things. Like, I have friends who are incredible at math and who are engineers, and I see like the calculations that they do and I'm like, oh, my brain hurts just looking at it. But I don't look at myself and I'm like, man, I'm dumb. Because there's other things that I am skilled at, like empathy and being able to read people well and being able to empathize with others, even if I don't really understand or haven't gone through what they've gone through. And that's something that not everybody has. I'm great at writing and like anything that's really creative, and that's not something, again, that every single person has. So why am I going to look at somebody else and think less of my skills just because I have a completely different skill set? And you know what? You can always use that as inspiration to learn more. Like, I wasn't always good at everything that I know how to do today. Like, no, I had to just put myself out there and learn and get outside of my comfort zone. So now, instead of looking at somebody who's really good at something or succeeding at something, I don't think, wow, that must be nice. I wish I was that talented, or I wish I could have that sort of lifestyle. No, I use that as fuel, as inspiration, because if somebody else can do it, that's proof that you can do it too. And the same when it comes to looks and your body and beauty. I used to be very insecure about my body, and it didn't help that I was always comparing myself to other women, which again is even harder nowadays with social media. So for any of you who are like teenagers, like, oh, I feel for you, because it was already hard in the MySpace days, and trust me, we were a mess on MySpace. It is nothing compared to what you see now on TikTok and Instagram. But again, we're seeing people at the surface level. We're seeing their highlight reel. So you don't even know if that person really looks like that in real life, because Facetune is a thing and Photoshop is a thing. And sometimes people just also really know how to do good poses that, you know, flatter their body in a certain way. And I'm not knocking on any like influencers or girls that, you know, post pretty pictures on Instagram. No, not at all. But I do think that we need to ground ourselves and be aware when we're looking at somebody on social media that may not 100% be their reality. So now I can look at somebody who's beautiful, who's stunning, and appreciate their beauty without diminishing mine, if that makes sense. I can acknowledge that there are people out there that are more beautiful than me, but all that matters is what you feel about yourself. And like I said, I can admire somebody and think that they're beautiful without automatically thinking that I'm ugly. we're two different people. So why do I need to compare myself to somebody who isn't me? We should just be comparing us to ourselves and committing to always working on ourselves. And I don't like to say, I tend to say sometimes, but I try not to say it as like being the best version of yourself, because let's be honest, we're not always going to be the best version of ourselves every day, but just acknowledging that we're always a work in progress. And we don't need to be comparing ourselves to anybody else, but what our vision for our future is, and to our past selves, and just realizing, am I growing? Am I trying to do better and be better? That's all that matters. And once you stop comparing yourself to everybody else around you, the anxiety and the stress decreases. Trust me, I would compare myself, especially in my career, in my early 20s. I would compare myself to friends that worked in totally different industries from me. And if a friend of mine got promoted to, like, say, a manager in her company, I would be like,
why am I not a manager yet? Am I not good at what I do? Like, why is everybody getting promoted? Like, why is she promoted and I'm not?
And then sit and think about it and go, girlfriend, she works in IT. That's not even the same field as you. So why are you comparing your path to her path? It makes absolutely no sense. And now looking back at it, I was like, wow, I always added unnecessary stress to myself in my early 20s, but it was part of my journey. It was part of my self-love journey. Am I perfect now at not comparing myself to others? No, like, it'll still seep in every once in a while, but now I'm more self-aware and I catch myself and I'm like, no, instead of being envious or instead of starting to put myself down, I'm just gonna send love and appreciation to that person. Because like I said, we can admire others without diminishing our own value. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you still struggle with comparing yourself to others. And it's definitely something that you have to work at every day. Like I said, I'm still guilty of it from time to time, but the stress will diminish once you can stop looking at everybody as if they're your competition. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. I post self-love and fashion videos every Sunday, so you can go check those out on my channel as well. And I will see you in the next video.
I don't know what that was.
Bye. Love you.